Hi, today we will discuss rules for construction of root locus. Rule number one, the root locus is always symmetrical about real axis. Second one is if g of s into h of s is open loop transfer function, then p equal to number of open loop poles and z equal to number of open loop zeros. So if p is greater than z, so if P is greater than Z means number of branches equal to the number of open loop poles, that is n equal to P. Then if Z is greater than P means number of branches are equal to the number of open loop zeros. So next, say for example, if P equal to 4 and Z equal to 1, then the number of root locus branches is equal to 4, means P minus Z equal to 3, means 3 branches will approach towards infinity. So what happens is, in case of root locus, a branch will always start with pole and it ends with a 0. So in this case what happens is, we have got 4 poles and 1 zeros, means one pole will end with 1 0, then remaining 3 poles will approach towards infinity. Okay. So next is case number or rule number 3. A point on the real axis lies on the root locus if the sum of the number of open loop poles and number of zeros on the real axis to the right hand side of this point is odd. So we'll check this with one example. Open loop transfer function g of s into h of s equal to k into s plus 1 s plus 4 divided by s into s plus 3 into s plus 5. So before drawing the root locus, so what we need to do is, first we need to show the poles and zeros on the s plane. So by looking into this equation, I can say that there are 2 zeros, s equal to minus 1, s equal to minus 4, and 3 poles, s equal to 0, s equal to minus 3, and s equal to minus 5. So first we will try to locate all the poles and zeros on the s plane. So this is the s plane. So zeros, I got 2 zeros here, s equal to minus 1 and minus 4. And what about poles? I got 3 poles, s equal to 0, then second pole lies at s equal to minus 3 and minus 5. So first so next is, we need to check where exactly the root locus lies. So you can check over here. So I got 3 poles at s equal to 0, minus 3, minus 5, and 2 zeros at s equal to minus 1, minus 4. So first I'll check the root locus on the real axis or positive real axis. So if I stay at this point, then I'll check the right hand side. So what rule number 3 says, if the sum of number of poles and number of zeros is odd means I can say there exists root locus. If the sum is even means root locus will not exist. So I'll stand at this point, then check my RHS, and here the number of poles and zeros are zeros, so there is no root locus. Now I'll check between 0 and minus 1. So I'll stay at this point. Okay. So if I stand at this point means I need to check the right hand side. If I check the right hand side, I can find only a single pole, means sum is odd. So I can say root locus exists between 0 and minus 1. Next again I need to check the root locus between minus 1 and minus 3. Now I'll stand at this point, and again I'll check the right hand side, means I will check for the sum of poles and zeros. Again the sum is even, so root locus will not lie between minus 1 and minus 3. Now I'll check between minus 3 and minus 4. I'll stand at this point. Again I'll check the RHS and I'll check for the number of poles and zeros, 1, 2, 3. So the sum is again odd, so root locus exists. Now I need to check between -4 and -5. So 1 2 3 4, as the sum is even, I can say there will not exist any root locus. Now I need to check the root locus after or beyond -5. So if I stand at this point, means I need to again check for the poles and zeros count. 1 2 3 4 5. 5 means I can say root locus exists at this point. Okay, so this is about rule number 3. So next is, we'll check one more problem on this. Open loop transfer function k into s plus 2 divided by s square into s square plus 2s plus 2 into s plus 3. I need to find the sections of real axis which belong to the root locus. So before starting the root locus, the first thing is we need to identify all the poles and zeros. So I can say there exists a single zero at s equal to -2. Single zero. Then how about poles? So poles, first one, s square means I can say there are two poles, s equal to 0 and 0. And for this equation, s square plus 2s plus 2, I am getting the roots as -1 plus or minus j. Then for s plus 3, I am getting pole at s equal to -3. Okay, so how many poles I got here? 1 2 3 4 5 poles, because -1 plus j is one complex pole and -1 minus j is another complex pole. Then 0 I am getting at s equal to -2. So next we need to check for the root locus. So again, first we need to draw the, or we need to show the poles and zeros on the s plane. So how many poles we have got? I got 1 2 3, sorry, 1 2, s equal to 0, s equal to 0, 2 poles and 2 complex poles, -1 plus j, -1 minus j. So 1 2 3 4 5 poles, and one more at s equal to -3. Then I got only 1 0 at s equal to -2. So next is I need to check for the root locus here. So I'll stand at this point at s equal to 0 and I'll check my right hand side. So if I check right hand side, I cannot find any roots or any poles or zeros. So count is 0. So it's a even, so no root locus, okay, on the real axis or positive real axis. Now I need to check the root locus between 0 and -2. Don't confuse with this thing, this is not the pole, right? So I'm getting poles at 0 0, -1 plus j, -1 minus j and -3. Now I'm checking the root locus between 0 and -2. So I'll stand at this point and again I'll check the count.